Hey, what's the deal, man? It's your boy Tag from Pro Wrestling Tag here on YouTube. WPW Tag, Pro Wrestling Tag. You know, and I definitely been wanting to make this video for quite a while. Well, I've been was gonna put this video on my list, but me talking about it, I definitely was fiending to do it. To do it more and more. So I said, fuck it. You know what? Let me go and let me speak my mind on this topic, because this is how I strongly feel. You know what I mean? Especially like with the last video when I was talking about, AEW signing more people and stuff. And with the whole thing with Swerve and his contract and things like that. WWE bringing people in like Ricochet. They're expected to bring in, Bobby Lashley and MVP and Shelton Benjamin, the Hurt Syndicate, it got me thinking. I mean, it's been had me thinking for months, for months on end, especially with free agency and stuff. But it's going to be more rampant now in the next couple years. And what I'm saying is, WWE, in my personal opinion, is not even upset that Swerve re-signed with AEW. They're not upset at all. You know what I mean? They're not upset about that, nor are they upset about Daniel Garcia. Why? Because just like any other free agent that either re-signs with the company or signs with AEW, WWE is going to wind up getting these people down the road anyway. You know what I mean? They're going to wind up getting them down the road because, when it comes down to value and stuff, of course, when you get older, your value do starts to diminish. Well, not older, but like the more that you are a veteran, right? The more that your status do it dwindles down a bit. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, not even when you get older, let me not even say that, but like when you are more of a veteran, and when a company, decides to go towards another direction, how they view you, value-wise, it could alter. It could alter based off that direction. You know what I mean? And with the case of AEW, this is what you're gonna see. In the next 4 to 5 to 6 years, a lot of the older talent that you've seen from its original roster, they're basically, they're basically being phased out slowly. You know what I mean? So, where else are they gonna go? Especially big names. Where else are they gonna go to make, the same proper money that they're making in AEW anywhere else? Where it's not New Japan Pro Wrestling, it's not fucking TNA, it's not MLW. There's only one place. Let's keep it a buck. It's only one other place that they'll go to that they will make similar money to what they're doing at AEW, and that is WWE. And like I said, I like to use the used video game / used car analogy when it comes down to free agents. And WWE is smart because, not only are these people going to wind up, signing with, they're going to wind up signing these talents anyway, either, familiar talent that AEW has, that made the jump from WWE to AEW, but also like the newer talent, newer meaning, a new name, like an Ethan Page. You know what I mean? Like someone like an Ethan Page or a Jay Cargill and things like that, right? Or Alexis King, aka Brian Pillman Jr., right? What WWE is gonna do, and they're smart as fuck. They are really smart. What they're gonna do is they're gonna wait for. It doesn't matter if you are a big name talent or if you are. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I'm still getting over a cold. It doesn't matter if you are a big name talent or a talent who wrestles in fucking, who wrestles for, who wrestles in Rampage or let me go grab some water, shit. Who wrestles in Rampage or Collision or even Ring of Honor. It doesn't matter if you are a big talent who wrestles, who's in Dynamite or one of those talents who you see occasionally in the B and C shows, right? They are not going to make a bid for that talent. You know what they're going to do? They're going to do something simple. They are going to wait until that talent announces that he or she has departed, are parting ways with AEW and are not renewing their deal with AEW. Then surely after then, WWE can legally negotiate with these people to sign a contract to for them to come on to the company. That's what the fuck WWE is gonna do, and it's smart. It's just like, okay, when I said earlier about the used car used video game analogy, right? Let's say if it's a used car. Let's say if my favorite car is a black Ion sedan, right? So I love Ion sedans, right? And let's say I go to an auction, and let's say I, for example, let's say I put down $2,000 for that car, right? In the auction, let's say if somebody puts $3,000, right? $3,000, or let's say fuck it, $3,500, and I can't match that. Right? So that person wants to get in the car. Right? That person wants to get in the car. And then maybe 3 years later, right? 3 years later, let me go back to the 3 years later part. I say fuck it and I just move on to something else. Right? But let's say after the 3 years that the person who bought the black Ion sedan decides to sell it. Right? That person's now going to sell it for maybe half the price, or that person will put it back in the auction. They'll sell it for half the price. Bam! I got the bread for it. I now got the bread. I now got the bread for it. I put it up, and bam! You know what I mean? Now it's my car. You know what I mean? That's what the fuck WWE is going to do. Same thing with video games. You know what I mean? Let's say if I couldn't get GTA 5 at the time, right? Because y'all know GTA 6 is coming out soon. That I can't fucking wait. At the time I couldn't get GTA 5. You know what I mean? Because let's say the game costs $80. I'm like, fuck this. I want it, but I'm not going to overpay for it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to overspend for it. I do want it, but I'm not going to overspend for it. A smart businessman will wait. Smart businessman will wait until, maybe about 2 or 3 years later, or 4 years later, when the price actually dropped down for the game. You know what I mean? Now, instead of the game being $80, it'll be half price, and maybe $40 and stuff. Bam, I'll go get it. Why? Because, I can afford it now. Why? I wait for the value to go down. It's still a good game and stuff, but now I wait for the value to go down. It's the same shit with WWE when it comes down to AEW talents. They are not going to bid. It depends, though. It honestly depends. It depends. It depends on who it is. But the majority of the talent, they're going to wait. WWE is going to fucking wait until, that talent announces that he or she are splitting from AEW. They departed from AEW. They're not renewing their deal. That's when WWE can actually, talk to that, talk to that talent. It's smart. They're gonna. So, the same thing is gonna happen with Swerve, Daniel Garcia, fucking. I'll even throw in Will Ospreay at some point. Their values is gonna diminish because not through body and not through injuries and stuff. No. But they're going to diminish based off of the talent who Tony Khan brings in, and then Tony Khan uses these people as toys. Now I mean, so when he gets a new shiny toy, he puts his, the previous ones to the side. Now I mean, and again, the more he signs new people, the more that he pushes, talent to the side, the more that talent that's being pushed to the side is going to leave and wind up going to WWE. That's exactly what the fuck is going to do. You know what I mean? That's exactly what's going to happen. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to put that out there. You know what I mean? I wanted to get that video out there for y'all and stuff. I know tomorrow is the West Indian Day Parade. I am not a fan of the parade. I am not a fan of the parade. I am, I'm from the Caribbean too. I'm Puerto Rican. You know what I mean? I was born in New York though. But Puerto Rico is part of the Caribbean. Know what I mean? But, shout out to all my Caribbean brothers and sisters out there. My Guyanese people, my Trinidadian people, my Panamanian people, my Jamaican people, all over. But I'm not fucking with the parade. The parade is too dangerous. People act up. And I'm like, fuck it. I'm better off safe in the comfort of my own home. You know what I mean? But I'm about to be out, y'all. I hope y'all do have a good, safe, Labor Day weekend and stuff. And I will catch y'all real soon. I catch y'all probably either Monday or Tuesday. All right? Peace.